All right, we're on day 17 over here with our science project. Nate, what's going on?
All right, guys, so no surprise here. Our pots receiving no water have shown absolutely no germination. Honestly, they will not show any germination until they receive some kind of moisture, because we know seed needs moisture in the soil to germinate. Moving on, pots here in this row receiving water 1 time per week are really not doing much better. You know, we're seeing some germination here, but it's very thin and sparse because there's simply not enough moisture there to support all of the seeds germinating. We're getting a few kind of here and there. Plants that have germinated are also not doing so well. Moving on here to the pots receiving water 3 times per week. Soil is moist. We're seeing a fair amount of germination here. Furthermore, we're also seeing a lot of germination down here in the pots receiving water 5 times per week. To the naked eye, it looks like, you know, the pots here receiving water 3 times per week and 5 times per week are doing very similarly. Now, that is true. Now, I will say these results are not under field conditions. These are under lab conditions. Now, these pots are not losing water at the rate that they normally would in the field because there's no solar radiation from the sun pulling the moisture out of the soil. So one could expect in lab conditions, pots receiving water 3 times per week and water 5 times per week are going to do very similarly. However, I would not expect those same results in the field. Now, on a species level, our Kentucky bluegrass is still lagging behind as we expect. It's a very slow germinating grass, very slow to mature. I have not yet clipped these plants yet. However, I have mowed or clipped the tall fescue, the perennial ryegrass, and the fine fescue because those germinate much faster than Kentucky bluegrass. Now, it's important to note that at Eden Brown, again, we don't use all of these exclusively. They're all in mixtures with one another. So you're gonna see the ryegrass pop up first. You're gonna see the fine fescue this spring, which is something we commonly use in our shade blend. They're gonna pop up in intervals, right? And then finally at the end, you'll see the Kentucky bluegrass pop up because we also use that in our sunshade mix this spring at Eden Brown. Stay tuned for next week. We'll be back with another update.